Hey guys, so as you can tell by the title, today I will be doing a first impressions video on the Stacey Marie Carnival Palette. This is honestly one of the most popular palettes that I see all over Instagram, all over Facebook. Like, everybody talks about it, and they always say that this is a palette that you need in your kit. So I finally got my hands on it. Funny story actually, I accidentally ordered it. So I didn't think I had a PayPal account, so I went on to beautybay.com, and when I was on there I was having a look just at the palette and how much and shipping and that kind of thing, and put in my details and just thought I'd see whether PayPal would go through, and it did. So didn't realize I had an account. I did, and I guess it was meant to be that I got this palette. So first things first, always the Australis Original Primer. Secondly, I'll be going in with the Australis Color Click Cream. It's a CC cream, so much easier to say than the actual name. I use the shade Medium. The color, not perfect, but because I'm so yellow, I really do struggle finding a foundation with the right color match for me. So I just kind of blend it all through. I'll be using my Models Prefer Airbrush Buffing Brush to apply, and then I'll finish off with a sponge. I really like this because it's nice and glowy and also hydrating on the skin, just really fresh. And now I'm just going over the top with my Maybelline Superstay foundations, Warm Sun and True Ivory mixed together. I'm going to do equivalent to like one pump. And I just kind of spot it all over. So it looks like these ones on my cheek here are just in for the party today, which was fine. It's just a blemish, don't really care. Once the foundation is all complete, I'll be using the Thin Lizzy Concealer in the shade Miss Vendita. Now, I usually use the shade Oriental Doll, but I recently, and I mean like yesterday, ran out and I'm dying. This shade's just like a really, really highlighty shade, which is fine. But yeah, a bit sad about that one. Oh, the sponge I'm using, by the way, is the Models Prefer sponge. So as you can see by the concealer, it's just a touch too light, but we'll fix that with powder and stuff. Over the top of my concealer, I'm using the Rimmel Match Perfection powder. This is on a really old Nude by Nature, I think it was a contour brush. Literally had this brush for like 5 or so years, and it's my favorite for under eyes, that's for sure. And for the rest of my face, I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match Minerals in the shade 4W. I love this powder. I just hate the packaging. It's got like one of those little mesh sieves, I guess you could call it, and I can never get any product out, and it really bugs me. I'm now using a Designer Brands powder blush brush. I'll be using the Nude by Nature brow pencil in the shade Blonde. This is so soft and creamy. It's almost like a pomade in a pencil. So it's extremely soft, but it sets straight away. So if you do happen to make any mistakes, good luck. Also guys, I'm torn between whether to do voiceovers, so when I'm sitting and doing my makeup, I can actually like sit and enjoy like listening to music and that kind of thing, which is something like I always do. But at the same time, I know a lot of people appreciate videos like this where I'm talking, but then I can't play music. So do you care if I do voiceovers? Do you prefer these videos? let me know. All right, it is time for eyes. So I will be using this baby right here. I am so excited. I have not even touched, I haven't swatched it, like literally nothing. So let me zoom you guys in so you're nice and close to my eyes, and let's see how we go. Doing a really nice basic smoky eye. Firstly, I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is literally called Basic. How do I, okay, does this work? I think this works. So this is Basic. Firstly, there's like no fallout in the pan whatsoever. So be happy about that. You can actually see I've got quite a bit of coverage on my brush. So as always, I'm going to start on the outer V. I've touched my eye like twice and there's already product. I am so impressed. So you can see what I like to do first is just stamp the color on. Now just quickly as well, I thought I would point out right here, I do have dry patch on my eyelid. It's always there, it's very annoying. Going in with a little bit more, tapping off the excess, and we're gonna focus that just through the crease. So the brush I just used was the Gorgeous Cosmetics B111. Now I'm using the B112. This has got nothing on it. I'm just going over that edge. Okay, when I say that everybody needs this palette, I mean you need this palette. I did a little bit of research before I accidentally purchased this palette, just to find out kind of what was the best shipping, what was the cheaper way, etc. Regardless of where I went, it all kind of worked out the same price, but I ended up buying it from Beauty Bay. The shipping for Beauty Bay, it took, I think, 6 days, but that's including the weekend. So I bought it on a Friday afternoon and it arrived on the Wednesday. So that's like 4 days. That's like 2 days, not including the weekend. Like really, really good shipping. So now that I've dipped into this shade, so you can see Basic, it does have a little bit of fallout, but like nothing crazy. So I'm now going to go in with Rowdy, which is this beautiful chocolate brown shade. Grab my Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. I like to get the product on the side of my brush, so it's only on one side. With the brush that I was using before, I coated the entire like top of the brush. So now it's just on the side of it, and I like to pop it in the center of my mobile lid, which the lid that moves, and you just kind of press it and wiggle it. Oh my god. Just building that up again, I just go over the top and then work that up into my crease. Grabbing my clean blending brush from before and just kind of merging them two together. Even if you're only going to use the 2 shades that I just used from this palette, it is so worth the money. Wow, this palette is amazing. The pigment is phenomenal, goes on really well, it sits really smoothly. You can see some areas are darker than others, but I think honestly that is from the concealer. I have been struggling with this a little bit lately, so in my next few videos I'll use a slightly different concealer just to see whether that is the difference or not. I'm using a Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil brush. Grabbed the shade Rowdy, and I'm gonna run this along my lower lash line. Now I'm going back in with my gorgeous B11 brush with the shade Basic. My tight line and waterline, I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Black Bean. I am obsessed with this. For my inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Hush. And I'm not going to use any setting spray or anything. This is just a clean brush. Again, it's my Luxe pencil brush from Zoeva. That is beautiful. Now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paradise Mascara. You can absolutely go in with lashes, but I am really just working on the eyeshadow for this video. This is going to be one of my mascaras that I use in every single video, the L'Oreal Paradise Mascara. It just does everything that I want it to do. Like, it's not hard to use, it's not too wet, it's not too dry, it doesn't transfer, it doesn't flake off, it's easy to get off, lasts all day, just kind of ticks all the boxes. Alright, let's finish off the rest of my face. Where did we have me before? To finish off the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Rimmel Maxi Bronzer. This has been discontinued, so if you love it, sorry. Honestly, it's just a cheaper alternative to the Benefit Hoola Bronzer and a little tiny bit more warm toned. In this palette, you can see it's got 3 tones, like a warm orange, kind of medium orange, and then a cool tone brown. For my nose contour, I generally just go in with that cool tone brown on the side of my brush and just run it down the side. When I contour my nose, I just do it really, really like lightly, simply because my nose naturally goes in here, out to a big bone, and then back in here. If I contour too much, it just darkens up this whole area and it just looks stupid. So this is as fancy as I get with personally contouring at my nose. But when I contour other people's nose, I like go in with the contours. Alright, so to highlight my face, I'm using this shade right here, which is Sinner, on my Natio blusher brush. Now when I use this brush, you can see it's on like an angle, like here. I use that in the side of the pan like this. I have no setting spray on, I have nothing on my brush obviously other than the highlight. So let's go. What? For my lips, I'm using the NYX retractable lip liner. This is in the shade Natural. And over the top of that, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Lip Paint in Matte. The shade is Dead Lips. What a weird name. This is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it. I honestly love, love, love the eyeshadows. Would recommend 110%. You need it. The highlight is my newest favorite. Like, I look like $1 million. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, add a little comment in there. Let's get my little account growing and see what we can do. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something during this video. Bye!